Hello, all. Welcome to this series where we are trying to understand the fan engagement motivation in IPL, and we are talking to some passionate fans who follow cricket very keenly and very closely. So, in this series, today we have a very special guest because he is not just a fan of cricket, he is a cricketer himself. And his career spanned from 1985 to 1994. And in these 9 seasons in which he played cricket for Saurashtra Cricket Association, he was a right arm off break bowler and a well known face in Saurashtra and Gujarat cricket. He led the Saurashtra cricket team. He was the captain of Saurashtra cricket team back then, and he was also the vice captain of West Zone cricket team. So he played his first class cricket for Saurashtra and West Zone. And interestingly, he played many list A matches in which included India Board Presidents 11, Saurashtra, West Zone, and some of his favorite matches were where New Zealand toured India. He played in one of those matches. And if you name any trophy in India, he played in that. Be it Ranji Trophy, Dilip Trophy, Wills Trophy, Devdar Trophy, Kuch Bihar Trophy, CK Naidu Trophy, Vijay Merchant Trophy. He played in every trophy. And his stats were pretty impressive back then. So in 42 first class matches, he took 118 wickets with an impressive economy rate of just 2.88. And he took 5 wickets haul 5 times. And apart from this, he was a right arm off break bowler, but he had 3 first class 50s and his highest score was 71. And his batting averages were also very impressive for a bowler because his first class batting average was 24.55, whereas list A average was 32. So I'm glad that you have here on this particular show and you can share your views in from very different perspectives, because from back then cricket has now evolved over a period of time. So my sincere apologies if I have missed any point in your introduction, but I would like to hear more from you that what differences do you see in cricket, how cricket has evolved over a period of time, especially the advent of T20 cricket.
Yeah, cricket. Thanks, Deep, for a very good intro. Actually, cricket has changed a lot. Actually, the days when we were playing, and rather prior to us, and today's. See, rather with advent of T20, one day thrust on one day as lesser 5 day games. See, earlier that era, test match was the basically criteria people were looking at. Today, if you ask any youngster, basically he will rather be more interested to play in IPL. Rather, if you ask any youngster, because there are a lot of financial benefits also which has evolved. Actually, the financial aspect which was there in our playing days and today, actually there is lot of difference. Plus, lot of opportunity. If you see now, IPL basically. See, there are 8 teams, so mostly each team is having total strength of including bench strength and all plus support system. Actually, they are having 30 members approximately in their team. So if you see 8 teams, there are almost 240 people who are directly engaged plus indirect engagement. So there is a lot of engagement has also increased. Overall exposure you see every match, the IPL every day. Rather, most of the fans basically see their matches. Most of the cricket enthusiasts, they look at the matches, so that way, actually, a lot of exposure has improved basically through TV media, not only print, actually, through electronic media. That all has basically made a game more rather interesting and more richer, rather, I would say. That is
Yes.
the difference I found.
Right, right. So as a off break bowler, so do you see T20 as a bowler's game or a batsman's game?
Okay, very good question actually. See, actually, whatever I am seeing, actually, see, if you see in this T20, spinners, especially if you
Yes.
ask, see way many of the spinners are performing. You see all the team, mostly they all have a right hand leg spinner actually.
Yes.
So spinner do play a very important role because actually they, see, this is very fast game. Everybody will go after spinners to get easy runs. But the
Right.
fact is not so. So those who are basically really a good artist and good spinners, actually, they are really performing well, and rather they are becoming the match winner for their team. You see all the team basically. You see Chahal. There's so many. Rashid Khan. You see basically is performing excellently well. Ashwin is bowling well. Then Sundar is there basically. So all team have a good spinner, and spinner did have a basically a very vital role. But coming to your question, basically it is a batsman game basically, because strength is must basically. Every team now is scoring in the range of 170 to 200. It's a very common score, and teams are chasing that also.
Yes.
So basically, to an extent, it is dominated by batsmen, but bowlers, especially spinners, they do play a very good role, important role in their team prospects actually.
Right. So with IPL, we also saw another change in the game of cricket, and that was data is now being used very extensively by the IPL franchisees. And nowadays we see player matchups that a right arm off break bowler should not bowl to a particular kind of batsman, and so on. So did you think this kind of data points really matter, or whether it is only up to the skill of the bowler or batsman that matters?
See, if you go into detail, data do matters. Basically, see, a bowler is having a few variations, right? How he basically starts his action, then how is his arm movement. All these things are seen very closely by this during data analysis. So that they definitely help to see if you don't have any digital view of that actually. Person can view that, but he may not be able to see that very closely what he can see on digital this thing mode actually. Right. So that helps them to basically that how basically a bowler is going to react when he is batting in some manner, rather he is going for stroke. So what ball he is going to bowl, he can prepare accordingly during his fingers action basically, finger, how he is placing finger on this thing, whether it is going to be top spin, it is going to be off spinner, it is going to be out cutter. So that all basically batsmen can basically judge it better, but ultimately everything is on ground basically. Yes. So that thing is there basically. Ultimately you have to do everything on ground, but this thing does make the overall basically comfort to batsmen actually. It does help to some extent. Otherwise, it is all your talent and how you react on ground, basically. That physical thing is obviously it is what matters actually. But theoretical part, it definitely strengthens the basically overall outlook to and way to how to handle situation actually.
Right. So nowadays, fans are also becoming very keen in understanding the data and the commentators' view that goes along with the match, with the rise of these fantasy leagues at various points. So how important is it when we listen to the commentators' view and try to understand that? So how important is that?
In current scenario, see if you see the basically commentators team, basically they are mostly all are basically a very good player themselves also.
Right.
During their playing days, they have played to highest level also. So they do analyze the basically overall action and basically performance of the players. Plus, they can point out some plus point, minus point. Team should have gone this way, that way. All these things basically there, because since having played national and international cricket for number of years and having involved in the game actually, they can basically have some additional this thing. But now, since with so much of interest amongst even those non-cricketers also, many of the non-cricketers, they study the game and they also are basically having their judgment, and they also make a very, very good comments also. Sometimes cricketers, it is happening that their comment become very aggressive also. That also scenario, sometimes it becomes offensive also. So that situation also arises. But overall, I think game is enriching because with the involvement of everybody, basically professional plus non-professional, who are really basically passionate about the game. See, if you see, everything depends on passion. Passion is the most important part. If you have passion, you can success anywhere. So there are many non-cricketers also doing very well in all this segment, and their comment basically are very legitimate basically, and they really conclude very appropriately.
Right. So along with the game, we have seen that now teams want a kind of bonding in the team, that they show on the field, so that fans like to follow that team more. Especially we see this kind of bonding in Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, all those teams which are so successful, and they haven't done so many changes in the squad since past few years. So how important is it to have a constant team so that fans follow that team more?
Yeah, see, this ultimately is a team game and result matters. Bottom line is result matter. If you see basically all these top 10 actually, rather Chennai and Mumbai, I think they are as far as fans following also goes on. I think they are having the most fans actually.
Right.
So, see, there are few factors which basically fan may be looking because during my playing days, rather, I was also having some good number of fans also. So,
Right.
basically, there's look at so many aspects. If I to name it actually to start with, one is basically the players they are playing with. Now, if you see Chennai,
Right.
Dhoni probably I think he is the one of the biggest puller basically with his basically game and overall approach to the game, calmness and the way he carries out the team basically. If you see during the start of the match, team huddle goes on.
Yes.
Overall, is taking care of team. See, team game basically depends to a certain extent on leader also. Basically, a good leader really makes a good impact. Plus, good support team. Their support team also nowadays basically they are all blessed with 8 to 10 support members in each team. So they also basically play from the back actually that basically this team spirit is strengthened. See, team spirit is most important. Without team, you cannot win matches, and that is the basically one of the main mantra of both these team actually, because
Right.
they definitely believe. Generally, if you see Chennai, they generally don't change players actually. Same if you see Mumbai team also, more or less their teams is constant actually. Very few changes they are making. Even Chennai, they have rather this year they had a issue of basically aging players also. Then also they continue. No doubt they basically
Right.
didn't perform to that level. But if you see their consistency level actually, it's very basically huge. Which is I think they have won 3 times, 5 times they are runner up. Same way Mumbai has won 5 times. So basically, both this team basically this is a factor they are practicing, and that is why they are. That is one of the reason that they are successful also.
Right, right. So you said that captain is very important for a team and he leads the team from the front. So is it important that a team should have Indian captain so that so that he can lead the team in a better way? Because Chennai Super Kings, MS Dhoni has led them in perfect way. Mumbai Indians beat Sachin and then now Rohit Sharma, they have led them in very perfect way. So how important is it to have an Indian captain as the team's face and leading the team on the ground?
Okay, see again, I'll say it again depends. Definitely, Indian captain will help, but it doesn't mean that any foreign captain cannot basically make a good team. See, ultimately, a leadership has a different skill itself. Actually, how to get best among his team. See, leader's role is basically to motivate player, how to get best out of his team. It applies in all facts of life. Rather, actually, anybody in a leadership position, he has to ensure that he takes out best from all his team members. So that is where the main role is. Team spirit is maintained. Overall atmosphere is wonderful in the team. In team meeting also, there are so many other things which they basically practice that strengthen the team spirit. So team spirit definitely makes a lot of difference in team approach. And for that matter, actually leadership definitely is the biggest this thing. There are many players basically who are not basically great player, but they are great leaders also. You see in his old era, Mike Brearley and all. He was rather basically because of his captainship skill, he was basically leadership skill rather. That
Right.
is his leadership. He was most successful captain of England during that era. So basically, it doesn't mean that you require basically a great player to be a captain, but he captain should be a great leader. That is what.
Right. Right. That's a great point. So you also talked about the importance of support staff in making a team so successful. So how important is it when the support staff looks at the local talent, the matches that are going on everywhere in India and find that talent, especially the way Mumbai Indians has found Jasprit Bumrah, the Pandya brothers and all. So how important is it to find those local players in the team and give them that confidence?
See, it's very important. Rather, if you see Indian team evolving, see, I think IPL started in 2008, if I'm not wrong.
Right.
And very first year, if you see, Rajasthan Royal were the winners actually.
Yes.
Rajasthan, and I think Shane Warne was associated with Rajasthan Royal in that period actually. Yeah, rather, he was captain during the first season.
Right.
And Rajasthan, you take example of Ravindra Jadeja. He is the best example. Rather, I think he has not played first class cricket also in that era. He basically performed very well for Rajasthan Royals, and that is how he made his place into a national era actually.
Yes.
And rather than he came to Indian team, and today we all know what a big player is. Then so many players, you see Pandya brothers, there are so many players who have been enriched. So talent basically, talent search is very important, and support staff basically see now with lot of professionalism in this IPL. I think it is one of the best and most successful league in cricket, plus overall one of the best league if you see in any sports throughout the worldwide. It is rated in that way actually. So all team have become very professional. Everybody tries that basically we should make our team strength, bench strength very strengthening. And rather if they look for a talent, they nurture it for 1-2 years. There are many players who they have not played, but they are with the team, and then after a year or two, they are basically brought back to the playing 11. There are many players like that also. And rather, Indian cricket has benefited a lot with this basically talent. So, you see, I think n number of players have made it to the Indian team. Right. Rather, without playing first-class cricket or very few matches of first-class cricket, but because of IPL exposure. And that has helped Indian team also. Chennai, that Chahar is there. There are so many that right-arm leg spinner, Yajuvendra Chahar. Basically, they all mainly came because they did well in this thing, IPL. And it has helped Indian team strengthening, and their bench strength, if you see good fast bowler, you see Natarajan now is what he is doing in Australia. These all basically, I think talent search has really helped, and people are really working well for searching the talent actually. They are going to each and every corner. See, earlier game was centered around metros actually. Now it has increased its reach also. If you see now players coming from small centers, most of the players are now. Earlier there was a time when team basically was having 4-5 Bombay players, 3-4 Delhi players, Bangalore players. But now scenario is totally different because now it has basically spreaded its wing.
Right. So so the talent search is really very important. But now we see that fans also want to follow a team from which a lot of young talent is coming. So that's why Rajasthan Royals has had so much following since so many seasons that they have been bringing out many Indian youngsters. So how important is it that these youngsters also perform when they get opportunity on such a big platform?
Obviously, see, again, I'll come to that. Basically, see, IPL is really helping the groom. See, basically, once a talent is searched, he becomes a part of dressing room where there are many world-class players. If you see, all team have 4 foreign players actually. Most of them are all stars for their team actually. They are proven international players with all performances. Same way, Indian team actually, every team has a 2-3 players who are really doing well for India. And others are in the center stage actually, and then they are on the verge of grooming stage. So basically sharing basically a dressing room, being a part of the team where basically all these greats are involved actually, it really boosts their confidence. Basically said that fear factor goes away. See now, suppose if somebody is playing with Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes is today one of the best all-rounder. Now somebody is sharing basically dressing room with him. Or fear factor goes away from the players actually, and that really helps during this thing actually actual match. Now if you see your youngsters, many of them are playing the Indian team, they don't have any fear of any international team. Earlier, what was happening when it was many of the players were facing this issue, basically fear factor. So
Right.
with this basically exposure, this fear factor has gone, and that helps a player to basically show his talent basically freely. He is not afraid that I'm playing with Ben Stock or Steve Smith or
Right.
somebody else basically, and that overall is helping actually
Right.
youngsters.
So with the rise of social media and all, so whenever a team loses, there are lots of comments that why this particular player was not in the 11, or why this particular player was in the 11, or team or fans ask for some kind of team change or captaincy change and all these things, and they start trending on social media. So how does this impact a young player or any particular player who is involved in cricket? Because this was not there before the advent of T20.
Correct. See, to put it again, see, as I told you, basically now this overall approach has become very professional. As I told you, all
Right.
team basically, if we suppose if we talk to on IPL, this thing, all the players are given training how to handle even social platform, how to basically behave, how basically you have to put yourself in the this thing overall public frame actually.
Right.
So suppose these things are part of game actually. It happens to all the best, all the great leaders also, and everybody in the this thing human life actually. So this thing happens. So mostly players are made mentally strong actually. That how basically now if you see in current rather in current season, I think I recollect one player, I think Ruturaj Gaikwad from Chennai team.
Chennai. Yes.
He performed excellently well in last 3 4 matches. Prior to that, he played first match where because I have seen that match actually. He dropped 2 3 catches. He was out on zero. That was
Yes.
his first
Yes.
match actually.
Yes.
Youngsters. But you see his basically mental strength actually. See, and there were so many things were coming that he has replaced Watson. He was blocked. No doubt Watson was not performing well, but Chennai took a basically this thing decision that he is to be played. And you see where he performed actually. Otherwise, he basically had he not been mentally strong. First match, he dropped 2 3 very easy catches, I think, 2 catches, if I'm not wrong actually. And plus he was out on zero.
Right.
So probably if had it been basically not mentally strained and overall not in the frame of mind that how to, and I think some comments did came in social media and all actually that he's not fit or something, and then thereafter where he performed actually. Probably I think he's one of the youngster India is looking at actually. So point is, I'm trying to make it is basically people are trained, but see, you have to be very strong mentally. Basically,
Right.
emotional aspect should not peep in, and that is what they are being trained into. And today's youngster, I think they are basically knowing the way to how to handle the area. But still, there are few players basically who cannot manage. Then it becomes difficult for him to basically be very successful. So this is the one of the area which a player has to basically strengthen himself emotionally also. Basically, that such aspects should not go into your mind. You keep working hard, your days will definitely come.
Right. Right. So nowadays we see that training videos of young players, they get lot of attention on social media, and then fans starts asking questions that okay, they starts analyzing those players and they start asking questions that when will this particular player play, when will this particular player play. So as the team management, how important it becomes to handle such kind of pressure when they see that okay, fans are talking a lot about this particular player, so they should include him in the team and all.
Okay. Yeah, basically we discuss, see, exposure is immense. Today,
Right.
basically, if you are good enough, people are basically taking shelter of social media and all. Definitely, but overall, again, that again come to team management and leadership. See, if you see, basically, leadership knows what is my best team and what combination I should have. Basically,
Right.
that is where these greats, especially Dhoni and all, basically, they are really great. See, there may be there many times it happens. Basically, even decision taken by Dhoni that a lot of things came in national news, TV media, everything. that by he has taken the wrong decision. But ultimately, these people are basically so great that basically they review everything and then take the decision, and finally it becomes successful, and that is how they become a great leader. So this thing does affect. So there also again, I feel that quality of leadership is very important. Basically, see, things will come because
Right.
it's a mass. Basically, people will have their views. Basically, I can have one view, you can have other view, and India is a very big population where cricket is God actually. Rather,
Right.
most
Right.
of the people are following game very close. So naturally, some things are likely to come, but that is where you have to handle the things and basically run the show actually.
Right. Right. So now, when we see that in India, people are not fans of a particular club, but they are fans of a particular player, and that's why they follow that particular club. So, be it Dhoni, they are fans of Dhoni, that's why they are following CSK. They are fans of Virat, that's why they are following RCB, and so on. But in the previous, we saw that when Saurav Ganguly moved out of KKR, Gambhir became the captain there. It was a like to like replacement. Similarly, when Sachin moved out of MI, they found Rohit Sharma, who became the captain there. But now CSK is at a stage where in India there is no one like Dhoni who can lead a franchise like CSK. So, how do you see the future of a successful franchise like CSK?
Yeah, CSK basically till date, I think they are, if you analyze in Toto, I think they are the most successful team. Either be
Yes.
it be fan following and overall result. No doubt Mumbai has also won 5 times. CSK won 3 times, but 5 times they are runner up. Overall consistency level, you see fan following. I think till date they are number one, if I'm not wrong
Yes. Yes.
actually.
Yes.
Mumbai is two. See, one big factor a fan always look, basically a guy like Dhoni. Basically, I think he has a tremendous impact on human mind actually. See, way he has basically performed back, plus his result, basically he has won World Cups, basically T20, then one day as then test based team, all basically he has achieved whatever best result for India. Plus he himself is a great wicket keeper come batsman actually, and where he has led the team, I think he has made the team reach. So overall, see in Chennai also, basically where he has led Chennai team, basically even though being an international great, he gives his 500% for Chennai team too. If you see, basically
Right.
every match he plays with passion. He has won many matches for Chennai also. So it has become that Dhoni himself has become a very big brand and big fan following. I still feel that after Dhoni, it won't be very easy for shorter period at least for the Chennai to basically fill his vacuum.
Right.
So once that again team start performing and basically come to that level or probably exceed also, it can happen. Anything can happen in the professional world. So, but in shorter term, I think Chennai will. I think they will find it little bit difficult to fill that vacuum actually.
Right, right. So, yeah. So we see that culture plays a very important role in many of the teams. So, like Sunrisers Hyderabad, they are closely associated with the Telugu culture. Their captain speaks Telugu. He makes some Telugu. He dances on some Telugu songs, so that those people feel connected with the team. Similarly, there is Chennai team. They dance on songs like Lungi Dance and all. So culture plays a very important role, but somehow the Kings 11 Punjab team, they have not been able to connect with the fans so well. So what do you think is the reason?
See, culture, yes, definitely is one of the important aspect basically for any brand, this thing, fan following. But parallelly, it's your performance consistency. See,
Right.
ultimately, people look basically how team is also performing. See,
Yes.
consistent performance is also very important actually. If you see why this team are, even though they have, you see Bangalore also, I think they are behind this Delhi, sorry, Chennai and Mumbai, but they have not rather till date they have not beat Mumbai and Chennai in fan following and all. Even though they have great like Virat, then AB de Villiers, so many greats they have played with them also. And Chris Gale is playing actually,
Right.
but still, basically, these two are leading. One of the reason which I, as a player, actually see still till date they have not won the tournament actually.
Yes.
See, ultimately, your result also basically it is what people look at. Definitely, domicile is one of the most important part. Culture is one of the most important part. But parallelly, even though Virat is one best player in the world, but
Right.
basically his team is not at number one.
Yes. Yes.
So that also aspect which appeals people actually.
Right.
And if that consistency doesn't turn into performance, then probably it can see they are doing well, but at least they have not won the tournament. And that is why I think probably had Bangalore being winning this thing, probably they must be they would have reached the number one in fan following. It could have happened actually.
Right.
So that aspect also is taken care by mass. That is what as a player I feel actually.
Right. Right. So I think with the way the globalization and the commercialization and the structure of IPL is evolving, so in a similar way, the field of sports management and sports marketing is also evolving in India. And nowadays, a lot of students are seeing it as a passion to follow this particular field. So, as a cricketer, how do you see the potential in sports management and sports marketing in India?
It has a great future actually. If you see now, every sports is evolving. Rather, this professional league has started in football, badminton, then hockey. All the games basically they have started. To in addition to IPL, IPL is one of the best basically sports this thing league in the world.
Right.
Be it for any sport. In cricket, it is the best, and I think amongst all sports also it is rated very highly. Plus, other leagues also are doing rather kabaddi also. If you see,
Right.
basically players were not getting. So basically, ultimately, any professional league, basically when it evolves, actually, it requires all bench strength plus all professionals basically to basically popularize this thing, and they also have a very good future in all these events actually, rather all these leagues, because any good basically professional basically working passionately, he will definitely get involved in this thing. And every guy basically working professionally well, I think he is getting rewarded, and it has a great future. Rather, it is still basically going strong and strong actually. In coming era, I think it will go more stronger.
Right, right. So the way the game is evolving, so recently a lot of new rules are being brought into the game. Like Big Bash has brought the X Factor player substitution rule and all. So how important is it to bring such rule changes in the game to make it more interesting? Or does it make the game more interesting, or sometimes you feel that it is deteriorating the skills of the batsman, or it is becoming one-sided, more batsman-side centric game?
As we see, as change is always basically permanent, and I see change basically there should be some changes. Basically, it should be in consideration of the game is at what stage, how it is evolving, how it is developing. So many see now game today T20 has come. I think time may come that they come up with 10 overs match also. I think that is also in the what they are also considering. So many changes are coming. So plus this third umpire decision and all that all call has been taken. So what is happening, that game is changing a lot actually. So they are trying to make it as perfect as possible after, and many of the great players are involved in taking this decision. Those who have played, rather I believe Anil was involved, Anil Kumble, then
Yes.
Saurav himself was involved in taking. So see, if a great players are involved, definitely they will be taking a decision after considering all pros and cons. So definitely it must be benefiting the game, and rather some change is always basically welcome actually, even though it may not be 100% successful, but any change basically it is looked by people at a very positive way actually. So it does help sometimes. And if any negative, I don't have an example that some negative thing has come and it has been rolled back also. It may basically evolve, and if there are any gaps that can be corrected also at a later stage. But it
Right.
is always better to have some changing from time to time.
Right, right. So we talked about change and all. So, so I think I forgot to ask this question that Saurashtra played really well in this Ranji season under Jaydev Unadkat's captaincy, but somehow
Exactly.
he could not reflect the same in his IPL performance. So, how important is it the IPL for a player to get selected in the national team? Because a player like Unadkat, who was the highest wicket taker in the Ranji season, he should have been in the test squad based on his test performance in the local season.
Yeah, that's true. Basically, your question is very relevant. Actually, see, Jaydev was highest wicket taker all India for all India. I think he took around 68 wickets for the whole
Right,
season, and he was instrumental in Saurashtra winning Ranji Trophy after so many years. Actually,
right,
rather in earlier days when there was Navanagar and all, Saurashtra has won under that banner actually.
right,
So this is, I think, twice or thrice we reached the final, but we couldn't win. So but Jaydev basically has been coming to the Indian team, going out and from time and again. I think 3-4 times he has been given a chance actually. And now, if you see the current our strength of fast bowler, they have really established them actually, and they are really doing excellent job. So Jaydev will have to prove again. See, plus in IPL also, I'm not telling that because of IPL he is not there in the team
right,
actually. But if you see his overall, basically overall performance of our current strength of fast bowler, I think there are 5-6 good fast bowler who are consistently performing very well. So Jaydev will have to wait for his chance actually. That is what I feel again, because he is maturing definitely with time and
right.
all actually. But he will have to again prove his mettle in all national tournament, basically beat Delhi Trophy, some touring side and all. And again, so whenever I think place is open for him, then only he will be able to. Because twice, thrice he has been into the team and going back, basically he is not able to establish his place actually,
Right.
cement his place. So definitely Ranji Trophy achievement is a big achievement, but the way our this current strength of fast bowler by team is there actually, it's very tough to basically get in. So you will have to prove time and time and time again, basically. Then only you will be able.
Right, right. So before we end this segment, my last question to you is that so previously we used to have bowlers who could bat or batsmen in the team who could bowl, and we used to have so many all-rounders. So how important is it? So you also had so many wickets, but along with that, you also contributed with the bat. You had three first class 50s in your career, but nowadays we are only seeing specialist batsmen who can't bowl and specialist bowlers who can't bat, and very limited set of all-rounders in India. So what do you think that should happen in the future, that we get batsmen who can bowl or bowlers who can bowl or something like that?
See, again, if we see this current game, basically now again, test match has a different team. One day is a different team.
Right,
T20. See, all-rounder base. I still feel all-rounder is one of the most important plays because it gives a cushion to captain basically to whether to go with 6 batsmen or 4 bowlers. Then he can have a one all-rounder basically. And if he want, he can have one more bowler he can add, and basically because that guy can. So all-rounder is a place I feel will remain very important all the time actually, because that is the place which gives a basically cushion to captain that what team depending on pitch situation, overall situation, rather opposition, how it is basically. So that way, I think all-rounder and it will continue. See, even though in current scenario, if you see basically there are excellent all-rounders and all team basically are blessed. Ben Stokes, you see, Ravindra is doing well, Ashwin is doing good for us actually. And every team basically that Australian fast bowler who is there actually, he also bats very well. So more or less, few of the all-rounder. Jack Callis was the one of the best all-rounder who retired recently. Actually. South Africa were benefited by him actually. So every team has a good all-rounder, and all-rounder will continue to play a very important role. But then all other places basically, see, if we see India's fast bowler strength, they are excellently doing well. Then batsmen, all top 5 batsmen, they are excellent. They were mostly all teams are basically, so structure has become like that, but all-rounder will remain and continue to remain a very integral part of any team actually. Good all-rounders.
Right, right. I think that's a very good point where we can end this segment, that all rounders will always be one of the great players in the team. And when we talk about all rounders, so we will always remember someone like Jack Callis, who contributed so well to the team and all. So I think it was very great experience talking to you, and I had learned so much about cricket and the insights that you brought. Thank you so much for taking out your time. I hope the viewers will like your thoughts and like this episode very much.
Pleasure.